Hello everyone, welcome to Pi Unbox channel. This is episode 10 of series where we are building clone of pdf.ai app. For users who have joined this video, it's basically an app which takes in PDF and answers any of your queries using AI. It's not as simple as we think it is because a given PDF could have a huge amount of text, and understanding each and every bit of text and answering accordingly is a major challenge. So, we are going to build an entire replica of that app in this series. So, in the last video, we saw how to implement a human message by nesting it into chat prompt template. So, now let's set up the rest of our chat chain. Like I said, everything else about this chain is going to be pretty much similar. We'll begin by adding a couple of imports at the top. So first, let's import ChatOpenAI. We'll be importing it from LangChain.chat models. Notice that we're not importing a model from LLM like we did in few videos back where we built a mini project using completion chain. So this is an instance of where LangChain seems to think that uh, word LLM implies completion model, and again that's not really the case. So chat OpenAI is still an LLM, but they kind of make distinction and they call these as chat models where they are something totally different. uh, we also need to import LLMChain, and we need to load up our API key like we did on previous project. So next up, we'll create an instance of chat OpenAI, and now underneath our prompt which we created in last episode, we'll wire together this chat model and a prompt. We'll just say chain is LM chain, where the LM will pass the chat model and we just created, and prompt will be the prompt we created in last video. So now to run this chain, we'll need to pass all the input variables which we are required by the prompt template. So in this case, it just requires a single input variable, and that's going to be pretty much whatever the user entered in the terminal. Now, because we want to create a chatbot, it needs to be a recursive thing. That is, a user can ask a query every time a response is received. So for that, now for the simplicity, let's create a while loop for now, and we'll keep asking users for input every time a response is received. So I'll just create a small while loop, and I'm going to request input from user, and that's done. So now let's finally print the response which we received from ChatGPT. Now, before we go ahead and run the entire project, remember that I said we need to include all our previous messages when sending to ChatGPT in a previous video, because only then the memory will be retained. But until now, if you see, we have not implemented any part where we are storing or sending the previous messages or anything like that. So it is likely that our chatbot won't work as expected. So let's just try that and see if that's the case. Okay, so I've got my chance to add an input. So I'll just go ahead and provide an input to say what is 1 plus 1. Yeah, and yeah, after a couple of warnings, yeah, I guess it works. It just says uh, the answer is 2. And now let's add another follow-up query where I'll ask two more. It's a bit of off query where we didn't give a complete sentence as well. We just expect the chat GPT to understand the previous conversation and add two more to the uh, to the response of the previous message. And we expect the result to be 4, but as we can will be clearly seeing that the result is completely different. So we need to make sure that we include previous message as well, so that there is some context to chat gpt before giving a response. However, like doing that is not as simple as we think, and it requires a bit of theoretical knowledge which before we can start implementing. So we'll cover those theoretical concepts in the next video, which will be coming out tomorrow. And once we are done with the theoretical concept, I'll try to club in the implementation as well in the same video tomorrow. If by chance the theoretical video takes a bit long, then we'll divide it into two videos. With that, thank you everyone for joining this video, and I hope you learned something out of it. I know it was a bit short video, and it would have been good if you could have included memory part here, but it would have become a bit of overkill where we load up with too many concepts. So let's keep this video short, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe for more such videos.